wide. Now speak. Oh no. Now hush. Why? Is my voice annoying? Is my sound unpleasant or cloying? Well, I can't say, well, I wouldn't say, what I mean to say is it's not annoying. I mean, it's fine, darling. They said her voice was like a character in a cartoon. Not that it was like a Looney Tune, not that it was bubbly and high-pitched, but just somehow not regularly fixed, the way a person in real life should sound. Real, right, like a forest or a cloud. They meant that her voice was better fitted for fiction. They said her words were like a Rubik's Cube. Not to say that they were colorfully complex, not that they resembled a pleasant game by which a restless, puzzle-loving child might be tamed. Instead, they meant that her words might have had a satisfyingly recognizable pattern if they hadn't been so disorientingly disorganized, and it would have taken a frustrating amount of time applied to restructure and decipher what exactly she had intended to describe. They said her singing was like an ascending spiral staircase, not to mean inviting, but rather surprising, and not really meaning pleasant, but rather awkwardly charming in an antique, quaint kind of way. To contend, they meant that it made one sort of out of breath when they finally reached the end, when she finally stopped ascending again. They said her scream was like melting ice cream. Not that it was a treat to make one cheery, nor that it should be likened to dairy. They meant it metaphorically, to express that her sullen siren sound of distress was sufficiently sweet only when contained in small spokenness, like in a cone or a cup. But when instead her scream threatened to erupt, no longer formed and frozen, but dripping and spilling like molten lava liquid, seeping through the cracks the cavern's thick, it was much too much, it made you sick. Not even gluttonous goons or children to be chided would want to take a lick. With all this saying against her sound, she was determined to alter it somehow. So she smoked harsh and heavy cigarettes, drank whiskey on the rocks, and swallowed all the frogs in her throat that got caught. She asked the cat to take her tongue, but he said it was unappetizing because it tasted like the bee that stung. She pleaded with the wind to take her breath away, but this blistering, blowing deity was in love with another, she would say. She even made a deal with Medusa to turn her throat and lungs to stone, but quite coincidentally, before she could be shown that cold and petrifying stare, some callously courageous bloke came and slayed the monstrous goddess there. Despite her efforts to change, against her still they raged. They said her whisper was wakeful. They said her laughter was loathful. They said her stutter sputtered like a pitiful spitting top going too fast. They said her crying was clumsy and crass. They said her gabber was lugubriously grosser. She said, okay, is this evaluation almost over? No, they shouted, and they boisterously beamed at all of the critiques of her they had gleaned, that after one big breath they recited as a team. Your jokes and jubilee are jarring. Your giggles are rather like guffawing. Your flirting is too forward and gruff. Your ramblings are repetitive and rough. Your hushed humming is horrendous, and your poetry is pretty pretentious. Your whimpering is more like whining, but your bellows are like a whale dying. Your queries are quarrelsome. Your compliments are questionable. Your literary proclamations are consistently contestable. Your musings are much too mystifying. Your contentions are catastrophic, and your mad mutterings are utterly myopic. Have I gone off topic? No matter, for the truth is finally told, and we'll admit we've had a bit of fun. You'll think on this our wisdom to unfold, but now we're parched, so we'll be done. And with that, they were gone. Oh, she sighed, I shall never speak again. I'll lock my words in a heavy iron box, without a key, without a pen. I'll spend my days lamenting over locks. Oh, but look here, can you see? I'm still speaking. Do forgive me. Even now, when my time is clearly up, I still can't seem to just shut up. Addicted to sunflowers. I eat sunflowers to stay awake. Sunshine in my gut to brighten up the nighttime till daybreak. I eat sunflowers and convince myself that poison is inspiration, splintering the walls of this mind's broken kingdom. I eat sunflower petals and stems and roots and brush off the dirt crumbs that get stuck on my lips. I crush sunflower seeds up on my living room table and I snort the dust off a pocket-sized mirror. I prescribe myself sunflowers for exhaustion, reclusivity, migraines, and depression, even if sunflowers might be the very cause for those afflictions. If I never stop smelling sunflower pollen, I'll never have to feel the piled-up problems. But what a thrill when the crushed up pill spills into my bloodstream, sunflower sensations dissolve into my spit and stomach juices. What a jolt when my eyes become buzzing bees rattling, flying high off flowers and I can't see, so instead I reach my twitching fingertips to tap, tap, tap the tabletop, marking the ticking hours. Stop. Has it really been this long? The sun is almost up. It's dawn. So like the sunflowers that I consume, I stretch my face and spread my smile lines towards the light rising, and I feel like dying because it's too damn bright and my cheeks hurt and my head is pounding. I'm reminded that I am not, in fact, a fucking flower. Running off sunshine steam. And even if I were what I eat, surely even flowers should sleep. Thank you.